I just love and have been repeating ever since. If you don't like the venom, stay away from the snake. So if you don't like the side effects, don't take the drug. And if it's something that your body is dependent on, like some sort of a psychoactive drug, an antidepressant, an antipsychotic, something like that, you need to be very careful coming off of it and do it very gradually, preferably with some sort of supervision. And if your doctor's not willing to help you get off of it, then there are all kinds of doctors out there who will, so look for one. And especially a naturopathic doctor or someone like that who's used to working with people getting off of prescriptions, someone who has a very natural bent, or a holistic, a doctor with a very strong holistic leaning may be willing to help you. And so you need to go out and look and find those, because your HMO probably will not send you to one. So it needs to be, your own responsibility to go out and find someone. And people can wean themselves gradually off of these by themselves. I just think that unless you have a lot of experience doing that and are certain that you can do it safely, I think it's good to hedge your bets and just have a little help in getting off of those, because they can be very, very dangerous to get off of as well as to be on. So that said, sometimes the problem can be drug side effects or a physical problem, some sort of a brain ailment or various other things. But if we eliminate those as causes, because I would have to know, which one we're dealing with in order to talk about it. So assuming that that's not the problem, or not the cause of the problem, there are all kinds of other things that we can do. And I think that in a general way, a lot of people are having this feeling of disconnection in their life because of the modern, hectic, stressful, basically insane lifestyle. And this can be a protective mechanism. I talked about hypnotherapists using a distancing technique to help people work through trauma so that they don't have to go back and re-experience the trauma. They can watch it from a distance and things like that. And so I think sometimes your brain, or I should say really your mind resides in your brain, but I don't think that they're one and the same. There is a bit of distinction there, though they mesh quite a bit. But anyway, your mind decides, we need some protection from this sensory information overload of the modern lifestyle, so we'll just distance ourselves from it so that we don't have to deal with all of this and feel so overwhelmed. And that's a very common thing, so that may be what you're dealing with, I don't know. But that's another thing to look at. And reducing stress levels can go a long way toward convincing your mind that it's okay to come back and be fully present in experiencing your life first person, firsthand, once again, instead of being distant and detached. So that's one thing definitely to look at, and I think a very important thing. And there are a couple of other things that I will touch on as soon as we come back from our last commercial break of the day, so stay tuned, and we'll be right back after this.
You're listening to Real Coaching Radio TV Network. Interact with us by calling our live shows at 303-872-0503. Send us a tweet at RCRN on Twitter, or send a contact request to Real Coaching Radio